Good afternoon. My name is Wayne Whitney, and my talk is on 10 items you should keep in an emergency kit in your vehicle at all times. This past winter, a couple was taking a road trip to visit relatives and started out the trip into the mountains. They had a navigation system in the vehicle, so they weren't worried about getting lost, but the navigation system, for some reason, had them turn onto a little traveled road. And during a snowstorm, they slid off the highway, got stuck, and couldn't get unstuck. They tried their cell phone to try to call out for help, but had no signal. It was 3 days before they were found. By the time they were found, they were very, very frightened and thought they were going to pass away. They were going to die before uh, rescuers found them. They weren't prepared for any eventualities of that type on their trip, and so therefore they got cold, they got hungry, they got thirsty, and knew that they were in deep trouble. If they had had a proper first aid or emergency kit with them, they'd been much better able to survive, maybe get unstuck, get back on the highway, or at the very least, uh, knew that they had the ability to survive until help arrived. The basic kit you should keep in your vehicle should consist of jumper cables, flashlight with extra batteries, a basic toolkit, which would consist of a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, an adjustable wrench, a pair of vice grips, a pair of pliers, and a good multi-tool. You also should have a can of Fix-A-Flat or some type of tire inflator in your vehicle, so if you get a flat, you can get it pumped up. Also, a first aid kit, highway flares or triangles, extra fuses for your vehicle, an ABC fire extinguisher, bottled water, and of course your cell phone and a car charger. Now, if you're going to be traveling in extreme cold weather or stormy weather, and you need to have some extra items in your vehicle as well. And that would include some blankets, some extra warm clothing, a change of warm clothing, some non-perishable food, 1 gallon of water per day per person, tire change, and a shovel, folding type, that you can just put in the trunk. Now, this sounds like a lot of material to carry in your vehicle, but it's not really. The basic emergency kit will fit into a nylon bag or even a small milk crate. You just keep it in the car at all times. And then, of course, the extra gear that you take for extreme weather or extreme conditions, you just take out of the car when you get back home. Now, I know that a lot of people where I was from would carry a bag or two of sand in the back of their vehicle, and that was part of their kit. So if they got stuck, they could dig out, put sand around the tires, and get traction and get out and get back on the highway. Remember the story that I told you at the beginning of my speech about the couple that took the trip into the mountains. If they'd have been better prepared, they might have been able to get freed up and get out, get back to a major highway, or if not, they could at least have knew that they had what they needed to survive for an extended period of time until help arrived, and that'd have been a lot less stressful for them. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. While I was investigating my speech, I read an article by Dr. Ben Kim on his webpage, and he quoted the rule of three. And I've heard this before. I'm not sure who stated it first, but you can survive 3 weeks without food. You can survive 3 days without water, but you only survive 3 hours without shelter. So be prepared. Make sure that you carry an emergency kit in your car, and that if you're taking a trip, think about what else you might need to take with you in case you do get stranded. This concludes my talk. I hope that I've been helpful and informative to you. Thank you.